Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. Before we begin today's reading, I'd like to introduce you to my sponsor Keen and tell you how they can help you. So, Keen is an online platform that's been operational since 25 years now and allows you to easily find and connect with a psychic advisor 24/7. Their advisors can help you on a multitude of subjects such as love, family, career, any astrological questions you might have. And it's really simple to get a reading on Keen. You just need to create an account, choose from the many readers that are online, and you're good to go. You can then talk to an advisor of your choice through chat or call. I always use the chat option, and I love how prompt the advisors are with their replies. As a new customer on Keen, you can talk to a psychic advisor for just $1 for the first 5 minutes. Simply click the link in my description box, trykeen.com/happyhightarot, and enjoy your first reading. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what does the person on your mind regret saying or doing to you. Does the person on my mind regret XYZ is something that I'm being asked repetitively these days in the personal readings that I do. So I decided to go ahead and make a reading on this topic for you guys on YouTube. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got 3 options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's take a look at your oracles first and find out what does the person on your mind regret saying or doing to you. Then we will move on to your tarot cards, take a look at the dice for some extra messages, and then in the end we'll take a look at a message for you from spirit regarding this person and this connection. So the oracles that came out for you guys are Wizard of Awareness, then we have One Ring Circus, and Solitude. All right. So, right off the bat, I can see that there was a great degree of manipulation that you have experienced in this connection, possibly without even realizing. This individual, the one you're taking this reading for, knew all along, or was convinced, you can say all along, that you, group 1, are very easy to manipulate. And so that's exactly what they used to do. They could have used soft manipulation, as in, you did not even realize that they were making you do things that originally, or you can say, had you been more aware, you wouldn't have normally done. Or they made you say things or be in situations maybe that you normally wouldn't have liked to participate in. But you didn't realize. This individual was very good at twisting their words, very good at wordplay, and just in general, very good at their power of convincing. That was great. And it was because of their power of convincing that they would get you to do, that they would, make you do a lot of things or say things, or heck, even I just heard apologize for things that weren't even your fault. So this could have been one of those people who used to gaslight you without you realizing that you were being gaslighted, and you would just, accept that, oh yeah, probably it was my fault, or I probably shouldn't have said this, I probably shouldn't have done that. And when I look at the One Ring Circus over here, the image that I see is of a lion being tamed by a ringmaster in a circus. And so that's what this could have been like. In fact, I'm being told that when any onlooker, a well-wisher, would look at the dynamics of the relationship between you and this person, they would never understand how can someone like you not realize or not understand what's going on. And I'm also being told that there were instances when people were concerned and people would come and tell you that, why are you letting your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner or your friend, whoever this was, why do you let them boss you around so much? But at that point, you did not know that you were being bossed around. Like I said, they were the ringmaster and you were simply doing what they were asking you to do. And the reason why this was a bit strange, actually very strange for your well-wishers, for your onlookers who knew you before you had gotten into this connection, it was weird because, like I said, it's ultimately a lion, right, that's being tamed by the ringmaster. And the lion in itself is a very ferocious animal. You cannot easily get it to do what you feel like doing. That's who you used to be. But then when you entered into a connection, friendship, relationship, whatever this was between you and this individual that we're channeling over here today, they sucked out all of that individuality from you. They sucked out all of that freedom of thinking and acting independently from you. And like I said, they were so bloody brilliant at manipulation, which sucks. But like I said, for the longest time, you couldn't realize it. Also, with solitude, I can see that they purposely isolated you from everyone else, which is something that manipulators do, because I feel like perhaps there is this sense of fear that someone might act like a whistleblower, someone might tell Group One that wake up, this is what's going on. So they could have come up with a bunch of excuses to make sure that you don't get a lot of opportunities to talk to your friends or your family members or hang out with them. And I'm also being told with Wizard of Awareness over here, especially when I see these three spirals behind it, and then the Solitude card, they could have convinced you, Group One, that nobody loved you as much as they did, nobody cared about you as much as they did, and nobody was bothered about you as much as they were. I don't know what makes them regret all these things now, but Wizard of Awareness is telling me that this is something that they constantly think about. Like, they think about what they've done to you a lot. Maybe you've, since then tried to work on it, and you've tried to come out of this chapter, but it's almost as if a part of this person is still there. All right. Now let's see what do your tarot cards have to say. Topics like this can be a bit heavy, but like I said in the intro, this is something that these days people are asking me a lot, so I just decided to do a general one as well. Explain what is the person who prevents mind regrets. Look at this. We have the Ten of Swords that says instruction. What's the person who finds mind regrets? The King of Wands. What is the person who finds mind regrets? The Moon. I shift these up in a bit. What is the person who finds mind regrets? What is the person who finds mind regrets? And we have the Knight of Wands, which is a fox. All right. Now, if you look at the Ten of Swords over here, and with the word instruction, there is this old man who's trying to teach the young lad over here the tricks of the bow and arrow. Anyway, but in the context of this connection, of course, this is about them always telling you what to do and what not to do, controlling you, being, or like, solely having all the power in the connection, using your sensitivity against you, knowing your weak spots, knowing your weaknesses, and then using them to manipulate you. I just heard, Group One, that for a lot of you, it was because of this connection that you understood that you had the gift of intuition. Even though while you were in this connection, it was always a struggle for you to believe what your gut was telling you, because maybe there were instances when your gut feeling would tell you that no, this can't be right, this doesn't feel right, but you just went along with it. Now here's the thing, with the King of Wands over here and the Knight of Wands being separated by the Moon, how they presented themselves to you, in front of you, versus who they really were at their core, that was vastly different. They would always hide their slyness, their cunningness from you, and what they would present to you would be someone who was perhaps, like, all checks in your boxes, someone whom you could look up to. And so that was the manipulation right there. I think right from the very beginning, this person knew that you could be played like this, that you could be manipulated like this, because they mistook your sensitivity that way, that they could bend it, use it to their favor, and so that's what they did. And now, with the moon over here, and the moon being associated with the mind, and then all of those spirals that I saw earlier in the Wizard of Awareness, at this point, okay, so we have the Ten of Swords over here. It is highly likely that recently this individual who used to manipulate you has gone through a painful ending of some sort in their life, whether this is some career setback, something that they faced in their personal life, the rug being pulled from beneath their feet, whatever this is, it has what has set off this series of realizations that are just hitting them left, right, and center. And with the presence of the moon over here, they're rather preoccupied with it. They think about it obsessively almost these days. When they're awake, when they go to sleep, all they can think about is how they wronged you. And they have that regret. Because solitude also came out in your reading, so I don't think this is someone whom you speak to anymore. And because you guys don't speak to each other anymore, and I also heard that for a few of you, you guys um, live at a huge physical distance these days. So it's not going to be easy for this person to even try and get back in your life, even if they want to, which is good riddance for you, I mean. Also, and this is very specific, but I heard group one that they used to manipulate you to get sex from you. Like they could have acted like the best guy out there, like the perfect gentleman, like I said, all checks in your boxes, when in reality this, it was just lust based. This is just what they wanted. They pretended to be the king of wands when in reality they were just a bloody knight. Okay, let's see what else do we get for you. So, what is personal responsibility to perform? Look at this. We spoke about how they would hide their true self from you, and we have the mask over here. So, for sure, lying to you is something that they regret. Making you sad is something that they regret. There could have been many instances wherein they literally, not literally, of course, but they sucked the joy from out of you. Again, the isolation, they widened the gap between you, your friends, and your family. They wouldn't allow you to see them, to meet them. For a lot of you, I feel like this was borderline obsession, in terms of they would always be keeping an eye on you. Where are you going? Whom are you talking to? What are your passwords? And this and that. And the cover would always be that, oh, I'm just looking out for you, this is probably for your best interest, I must know where you go at all times, or what are you up to, because I'm just worried about you, when the fact was they were just being controlling. And so that's what they regret now. And I feel like since the distance has set in this connection, since you guys have physically distanced yourself from them, and since you guys have physically removed, energetically removed yourself from this connection, you do not talk to them anymore, you do not interact with them anymore. I think this has made them realize that since the very beginning, you were always in it genuinely, and whatever it is that you did in this connection, although they were manipulating you, but from your side it was always pure affection, pure love, pure respect, or whatever else it was. And so that, along with whatever it is that they are personally facing in their life right now, is what has led to this realization, and in turn this massive regret that they are constantly playing in their head. Okay, let's see what a spirit have to say to you. So we have the silence, which says, be still, for all the answers lie in the silence, which is interesting because right now you guys are silent with regards to this person. You aren't talking to this individual anymore, which is great, and you should continue to do that. But I feel like with silence, the bigger message over here is that just in case sometimes it starts troubling you. You start wondering, why did they do this, or how could they do this to me? Just be still, because when you'll be still, you will be able to connect with your intuition better, you'll be able to connect with your inner wisdom better, and all the answers will come to you, because you already have all the answers. You already intuitively, in your gut, through your inner knowledge, know that, okay, this could have been a possible explanation, or maybe this is how they were and I just couldn't see it back then, or whatever else the answers are. But you don't need to necessarily face them again to get your answers. You do not have to talk to them to get an explanation from them. You can give yourself the closure that you need. All right. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group one. This was a heavy reading, I admit. Sending you all my love. If this reading helped you, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, group 2. If you guys chose the second image, we will start the reading by taking a look at your oracle cards to find out what does the person on your mind regret saying or doing to you. Then we will move on to your tarot cards, take a look at the dice, and then close the reading with a message for you from Spirit regarding this connection. So the oracles that came out for you guys are Magic Stream, then we have Rock Bottom, and Coming Apart. All right. What does this person regret saying or doing to you, group 2? In essence, they regret leading you on and then leaving you, giving you false promises, giving you all sorts of hopes, making you believe in a magical, beautiful, long-term future with them, one where you guys are always together, you, your home, kids, and whatnot. And just as you got your hopes up, or just as you got very, very, very invested, they left. And when I look at rock bottom over here, and when I look at these cracks in the pit, it's almost as if the fall was from a very, very high position. So it's almost as if, this is how they elevated you through their fake promises and all of that, led you on, and then when they left, you fell down from all of that height and crashed into reality, and it made no sense to you. For the longest time with Coming Apart over here, you were constantly picking at it, you were trying to make sense of everything. it, it's it was almost as if in a matter of a few seconds, your whole future world that you had dreamt up with them came apart. And because of the suddenness of the whole thing, it was all the more difficult for you to grasp the idea of it. And now they regret doing this. They regret leading you on. They regret giving you false promises. They regret leaving you. They regret leaving you in confusion. They regret leaving you in tears, in pain, and in sadness. Because I don't know whether they've ever confronted you about this. I don't know if they've ever given you any sort of closure. I don't know if they've ever apologized to you. But since we're asking about what they regret, with Coming Apart over here, they are aware of the impact that their actions had on you, or lack of actions had on you, how you must have felt, what it must have made you feel like, and they're regretting all of that now. I also feel like, in addition to them regretting how they led you on and then left and then gave you all of this pain, the fact that they enjoyed how much you believed in them is what they're regretting. I heard shame. They feel very ashamed of themselves now to think about how they used to enjoy your utmost belief in them. It's very disgusting. With Magic Stream over here in Rock Bottom, I also feel like when you guys were together, whether this was a friendship, romantic connection, situationship, whatever this was, when you guys used to be together, you were always there for them. And if they ever needed any direction, if they ever needed any guidance, any help, any saving, you were always there for them. You would always make sure that things would work out for them. You would go out of your way to make sure that things were easy for them, whether it was using your resources, your money, your contacts, your network. You always did everything that you could for them. But not only did they leave you, it's also possible with rock bottom over here and coming apart that after they had left, you could have gone through a very rough phase in your life, not just in association, like not just with regards to this connection, but there could have been something else simultaneously going on in your life that was very difficult at that point in time for you to deal with, whether it was some career obstacle, some health problem, something else maybe going on in your family or friend circle or whatever it was, and they were aware of it. They knew that you needed help. They were also, of course, aware that you were always there for them when they needed it. Despite that, they did not come back. Despite that, they did not extend their help, their support, which is another thing that they now regret. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit, what is the person who whose mind regrets seeing out of them? We have the Six of Wands that says abundance, Nine of Pentacles that says tradition. What is the person on whose mind regrets saying what to them? We have the Nine of Swords that says dedication. What is the person on whose mind regrets saying what to them? And we have the Emperor. So with the Six of Wands over here being all about abundance, definitely the core area over here is making you believe that this was going to be one of the best relationships, or like the best yet, or like this is it, this is the end game, this is the person that I'm going to end up with, this is going to be my happily ever after and all of that. Why? Because when I see the fire burning over here, it looks like initially when you guys had started out, they gave you a lot of emotional security. They were very loyal to you. They gave you all of that emotional security. They gave you support. They gave you strength. They were always there for you. They gave you those warm fuzzy feelings. They gave you that sense of comfort. They convinced you that they were not going to go anywhere. They convinced you that this was, like done deal kind of a situation. They regret the kind of dedication that they saw you putting in, the kind of effort that they saw you putting into this connection. See, the thing is, you did not know that they were going to leave, but they knew all along, right? Despite that, whenever you used to put in dedicated efforts towards them, towards this connection, they wouldn't stop you. In fact, with the Emperor's energy over here, they now regret making you believe so much in them that, oh, this is my divine counterpart, this is the one for me, this is my Emperor. For some of you, I also heard twin flame. So a lot of you could have felt like, oh, this is my twin flame, or we're in a twin flame connection, even though it wasn't. And this is a rather unfortunate truth of our community. I'm sure many of you will agree with me on this, that oftentimes when a connection is difficult or toxic, a lot of people just start drawing parallels and they think that, oh, this is a twin flame connection, even though it's not. It's just it's a toxic person that you should leave the first chance that you get. Anyway, coming back to your reading, group 2, they now regret not appreciating the kind of efforts that you were putting in this connection. They regret not actually being the person whom they led you to believe they were. So for example, they led you to believe that they were the one for you, that they would always be there for you, but they did not live up to the expectations that they planted in your heart and in your head. So now they regret that. They regret not delivering their promises. They regret not keeping their promises. They regret keeping this side of theirs which is very selfish and only focused on themselves, hidden from you. It's like it was almost as if this selfish side of theirs was hidden behind a wall that you couldn't see, because what they showed you was just all of the good stuff. Yeah, it's going to be us, and we live in this particular city. Oh, and did you look at this house that I saw online? It looks really great. This is what we'll name our kids. And whatever else, whatever other elaborate dreams they might have showed you, or just in general encouraged you. See, there's one thing, leading someone is one thing. And then, even if you're not, let's say, trying to lead someone on, but you can see that they're falling, you can stop that rather than encouraging it if you don't want to go for it, right? In this case, this individual did both the things. Not only did they lead you on, they also did not stop you. They did not discourage you when they could see that you were beginning to lose yourself in this connection, how dedicatedly you were just going on putting in effort into this connection. They could have stopped you, but they didn't. I heard they did not rise up to the occasion. And somewhere with Magic Stream over here and Emperor, it seems like now the person on your mind regrets the fact that they had every opportunity to actually make those dreams that they had seen with you come true. They actually had the opportunity to be the person, to be the man whom they had made you believe that they were. But they didn't. They chose themselves over all of this. And when I look at the Nine of Pentacles over here, it's almost as if once they left and once this connection hit that rock bottom, they suddenly became extremely, extremely detached. They became very cold, very blunt, as if it did not matter to them. The way they behaved with you while you were going through this emotional turmoil, they did not give you any explanation, any justification, any closure, any answers, no comfort whatsoever. So basically, how they approached the whole thing and how they dealt with you in the aftermath is another thing that they seem to be regretting over here. All right, let's take a look at some extra messages. I wouldn't exactly say that they treated you like a puppet, but when I look at the shadow over here, it is reminiscent of the devil's energy, and the devil is a trickster. It is known to play tricks on people's mind. And I think if we could describe this person in one word, it would be a trickster. They tricked you into believing that they would follow through, but they didn't. They hid things from you. So that's what they regret. They regret playing with your emotions. They did not call you, is something that they're regretting. This is a very specific message. I don't exactly know what this is about. Maybe you were calling them, they did not return your calls with an explanation, or when they had an opportunity to call you back, make things right, they did not grasp that opportunity. So that missed call, that missed chance, missed opportunity is something that they're regretting over here. You tried to come towards them, but they always blocked you, they always stopped you. They I mean, you tried from your side to hold on to things, to make it work. They did not entertain that, which is something that they're regretting now. There are a lot of things happening around them these days that are reminding them from you. Music is something that's reminding them of you a lot. They might be seeing your names here and there. They might be having all of these crazy dreams about you these days, and I think all of these things together is what has kicked off this journey of realization and regret. Also, something could have happened in their life, kind of like an internal tower moment, like all of these realizations just hitting them left, right, and center, making them realize what they missed out on. And another interesting thing that I can see over here is that along with all of this regret and along with all of this realization has now also come the fact that somewhere along this pretense, they actually did fall for you. They actually did develop feelings for you. But now they've messed it up to a point where it cannot be repaired. They've given you so much pain, they've given you so much hurt, and they've just constantly pushed you away since then, that now even if they want to come back to you, even if they want to make amends with you, it's going to be next to impossible. And so the fact that it's it's hitting them now that it was true love, and the fact that it's hitting them now that they absolutely butchered it, is just adding on to that pain of regret over here. Let's see what does spirit have to say to you, group 2. Honesty, that says honesty will ultimately be rewarded. I mean, I can see why spirit is saying this thing to you, because oftentimes in situations like this, we end up asking ourselves or blaming ourselves or thinking that, oh, maybe it was something that I said, maybe it was something that I did. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. Maybe if I did this particular thing differently, this individual wouldn't have left me. But spirit is saying that if you look at the situation differently, you'll realize that you were always in the right and they were always in the wrong. Your love, your efforts, your loyalty, your dedication, it was always very honest. All your efforts were honest, your emotions were honest. And rest assured, the good that you put in towards this person and the good that you put in towards this connection will come back to you. I don't know if it's already come back to you. If it hasn't, rest assured that it will. Ultimately, you will receive the rewards for the goodness in your heart, for the goodness that there is in your heart. And you cannot allow anybody to take that away from you. All right. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. If you guys chose the third image, we will start your reading by taking a look at your oracle cards to find out what does the person on your mind regret saying or doing to you. Then we will take a look at your tarot cards, look at the dice for some extra messages, and then in the end we will see what does spirit have to say to you regarding the whole thing. So the cards that came out for you guys are Gentle Gardener, then we have Bone Collector, and we have Education. For a lot of you, I mean, for some of you, of course, this can be a reading that you're watching for an ex or a situationship, a love thing. But for a lot of you who've chosen group 3, I feel like you're watching this reading for someone who is older than you, possibly a parent or a guardian, someone you grew up with. Now, regardless of who this person is, with Gentle Gardener, Bone Collector, and Education, the first regret that this person is feeling is being the obstacle to your growth. All right. So while you were living with this person, or while you were with this person, you got many opportunities to make something of yourself. You, for example, maybe you got admitted into the college of your dreams, or you got a full scholarship for something, or you got a great job opportunity somewhere, but they didn't let you go. They did not allow you to move out. They did not let you go out of your hometown or wherever it is you guys were living in at that time. And they snatched away that opportunity from you, which now they regret, because they realize that had they allowed you to go after that opportunity, had they allowed you to follow your dreams and just go for it, maybe your life today would have been completely different. So that's one thing. Also, with Gentle Gardener over here, I think this is someone who used to go through a lot of mood swings. You never really knew what to expect from this person. Sometimes they were very good to you, other times they were very harsh. So if this was a parent, sometimes they were very caring towards you, and other times they wouldn't even care. It was almost as if they did not even have a kid. If this is an ex or a partner for whom you're watching this reading, with Gentle Gardener over here, sometimes they were very caring, very attentive, very nurturing, and then at other times they were very disrespectful, they were very rude, they did not care about you at all. So the fact that because of them you had to experience all of these various emotions and they put you through so much emotional instability is what they're regretting, because for a few of you, this emotional instability that you encountered, either growing up or with this person, if this is a romantic thing, it took a toll on you. It took a toll on your physical health, it took a toll on your mental health, and they're aware of it. Which is why they regret it, because they know that it is entirely their fault. They're the only ones to blame. Also, with Bone Collector over here in education, I feel like this is someone who took a lot from you. Whether this was your resources, whether this was your funding, your money, your savings, your investments, they would just take it from you. And not really because they needed it, but from a sense of, or from a place of, you can say, authority. You know, I mean, I'm your parent, so of course you have to give me your money. Or you know, I won't let you go, so what's the point of the scholarship? You can cash it out or whatever else it is. And if this was a romantic partner, it's almost as if whenever you would get your salary and you would come back home, they would always be sitting there waiting for you to hand over the check to them, or just give them all of that cash or whatever else it was. So this is someone who only and always took from you. They never gave you anything as such in return. They could not give you a stable home, they could not give you a stable life, they could not give you any mental peace. They took away opportunities from you that you had to make something of yourself and to get out. And now they regret all of that. With Bone Collector over here, if this is a parent for whom you're watching this reading, the reason why they're having this realization now, and the reason why they're regretting all of this, might be because either they're facing some health issue, so they're getting that scare now, if you know what I mean, and it's making them reflect on all of their past mistakes, even if it isn't something related to their health, just because they're older now and they're really hermiting that way, and taking their time to reflect on how they've led their life is what's helping them come to terms with what they've done, and they regret it. And if this is an ex of yours, some situationship or some romantic connection, in that case, with the Bone Collector over here, it seems like they've recently been hit with some past life karma in a big, big, big manner. Whatever this is, it seems to have, interestingly enough, taken everything away from them. So the image that I just saw, and maybe this is something that has actually happened with this person for a few of you, the image that I just saw was of a big storm, like a hurricane or something, coming and just destroying their house. All right, so something as grave, as serious, and as horrible as that could have happened with them, because of which they are now being forced to reflect on the way they behaved with you, and how it wasn't justified and how it wasn't fair, because you had always been nothing but nice and respectful. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit, what is the person on group 3's mind regrets? I'm going to enter them. We have the Mirror, which is the Hangman's energy. What is the person on group 3's mind regrets? I'm going to enter them. The Tower. What is the person on group 3's mind regrets? Saying at the end of them. The Lovers. What is the person on group 3's mind regrets? Saying at the end of them. Two cards came out for you guys. We have the Devil and the Fool. So you see, this uncertainty that we had channeled earlier has come out in the cards as well. It's either too quiet or very tumultuous. It's either all very good, just, pure love, or it's manipulation and lies and deceit and just trying to control you and being very rowdy in general. And then again, going back to behaving as if nothing happened and leaving you in a fix. And that's what they're regretting. It was almost as if it was kind of like a tidal wave. You never really know what to expect. And for a few of you, Jesus, it's almost as if some people from group 1 and group 2 have come over here as well, and they have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I just felt very dizzy. Like out of the blue, I just felt very dizzy. So I think as long as this connection lasted, or as long as you were living with this person, guardian, parent, whoever this was, you always felt very out of place. You just knew that it was wrong. You always wanted to get out of it. But any opportunity that you actually got to get out of this, they stopped you. With the hangman over here and the tower, they took away all of those opportunities for you. In fact, maybe they did not even inform you that you had been admitted into certain colleges. They hid those letters from you, or they hid those replies that maybe you got for your job interviews. They wouldn't tell you that a call came for you. And with the lovers and the tower over here, for some of you, they left you suddenly for shit. Okay, so I just heard for some of you, they kicked you out of your house, and that's what they regret. And because this is a specific message for those of you for whom they kicked you out of their house, I can see now why I saw that image of their house being blown away in a storm. So that could have been the karma that came back to them. Also, with the fool over here and the, I just realized that it says the guardian over here, and since the beginning, I've been saying that for some of you, you're watching this reading for a parent or a guardian. So definitely, they did not behave with you like how ideally a parent or a guardian should. Anything but. They did not give you any freedom. They did not give you the love, the attention that you deserved. In fact, with the fool over here, it seems like since the very beginning, you were always on your own, fending for yourself, educating yourself, trying to figure out things by yourself. Honestly, especially for those of you for whom this is a parent or a guardian, I do feel like to a great extent you have forgiven them, even though they know this as well, that you'll never be able to forget what happened, or just in general what it is that they put you through all of those years. Maybe you were a single child, or even if you had a sibling, they went through the same things as you, for most of you at least. And definitely with the devil over here and the fool, they it's like they always wanted to keep you around, but it's not like they were giving you a very happy home to live in, to thrive in. And if this was a romantic connection, they could have lied in court, or they could have fabricated the truth in order to, and especially if this is someone with whom you share a child, they could have lied in court and this and that, and manipulated basically, to make sure that the kid stays with them and not with you, which they're regretting now. Okay, let's see what other messages do we get. And what is the person who gives his mind to check the mind? So yeah, every opportunity that you got to be happy, they took that away from you, which is what they're regretting now. And I think something could have happened recently to their health, like some big health scare or something that really. Oh, it's interesting. We have this lightning bolt over here, and I saw that image earlier. So they have. Oh, and we also have the tower over here. So this is either a health scare or just some other shock that they've received in their life. Um, the whole world has seemed to turn upside down, because of which they're regretting. With this lock having fallen out in reverse, I feel like they think that their door to redemption is through your apology. I mean, through their apology to you, your forgiveness. Sorry, your forgiveness. And I'm not sure if you guys have verbally forgiven them, because I don't think you guys are talking to them anymore. They could have tried to contact you, but I don't think you allowed them that. In fact, it's quite possible that they've been going here and there to try to find out about you. Where are you these days? What's up with you? Any contact information that they can get. But it seems like you have burnt all the bridges, group 3. You don't want anything to do with them anymore. You've forgiven them in your heart, that's it, and you've moved on. But like I said, ever since they've gotten this health scare or this shock that they've endured in their life, they think that redemption or their salvation can only come through your forgiveness, which is why these days they have a lot of hope, it seems, or they're trying to find out about you like crazy, just so that they can get an opportunity to have a face-to-face conversation with you and sort things out with you. Whether you will give them that chance or not, of course, depends upon you. Now let's see what our spirit have to say to you right now, group 3. So we have birth that says be receptive to a new idea, child, or situation. Now this can mean a couple of different things. For most of you, this means that it is time for you to move on, look for love elsewhere, give love another chance, go out with new people, date again, get back into the dating scene again, get into a new relationship and all of that. Make your own family if you're not satisfied with the family that you were born into. And if in the past this individual took away career opportunities from you, and if now you are getting new opportunities, make the most of them. And then the second message over here can be that if you genuinely have forgiven them in your heart, then it might be okay to do that on their face and just, let it go once and for all. But I wouldn't exactly push this second message on you because, to each their own. Do it only if you feel like it. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 3. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.